Hello everyone, this is Chris with the Weather Guys. This is our first ever YouTube video explaining the weather for our area. I'm going to show you several different maps and some video animations of El Nino, current temperatures, highs and lows that are possibly predicted in the next couple of days. So hang on with me and I will do the best I can to make this as simple and easy for everyone to understand. Hope you enjoy. All right, let's take a look here at the NAM model. These are short range models that allow us to get a better idea of the future hourly temperature forecasts. You can see my mouse right here. You can see that this is the 576 line, 570, 564, and so on and so on. Up here, you will see the 540. It's a little red line. That 540 line is what we like to call the freezing line, meaning temperatures in this area here are at 32 degrees or below. Above, obviously, is going to be a lot colder in the low 20s and then in the negatives. You can see the dip in the jet stream all the way down here, just pushing it all the way down. This is, if you remember back when they had mentioned the polar vortex, this is very similar to the same thing of how the jet stream will dip all the way down, and you can see it's coming all the way down into Florida, all the way down here. As wintertime approaches, this freezing line will dip way all the way down here towards us. Sometimes I've seen it go past us. But this is just a small indication of the 2015-2016 winter that we're going to be seeing this year. Here's another map of the NAM model that gives us actual temperatures and a better visual of what we will see. As you can see, in the next couple of hours by the end of this evening, temperatures in the mountains in the lower Alps will be in the mid-50s, us being in the mid-60s, so that's later this afternoon. We'll continue on here. Let's check this one out as the night goes on, and Sunday morning, about 12 a.m., 1 o'clock, we're going to be looking at the lower 40s, and you can see all of these numbers. You can see the cold coming down. This blue and white is indicating nice cold air from Canada dipping down into us, the southeast. Let's go ahead some more here. You can see it coming down, It's starting to get pretty chilly. You can see, look at this, 35, 38, 39, 37, and then mid-40s for us in the upstate. If you keep looking, this is Sunday, mid-40s. If you keep looking, you'll see that that cold is really dipping down by Sunday. And then it starts to go back away as the day comes around. Here's another great model that most meteorologists love to use. It's called the GFS. It's a long-range model that goes out about 16 days into the future. So let's check out some temperatures here in the next 48 hours. As you see, it's daytime warming. You see that coming up there in the 60s and 70s, low 80s in Texas. And let's keep going, 12 hours out. This is 18 hours out. And you can see that the cold, it is really cold up in the north. And what I showed you in that last video of how the trough dips all the way down here, you can clearly see that with all these numbers, these low temperatures, 40s in the Dakotas and upper 20s in Canada. This is only 18 hours out. Let's do 24 hours out. It ain't much of a difference. 30 hours, 36 hours. You can see how that cold is moving off into the east. You can see how that trough is still right there. 42 hours. This is Monday. And then 48 hours. It's going to start staying cold for a while. And this is a trend that I'm consistently seeing more and more of as winter approaches this year, especially with how El Nino has panned out to be, with it being very, very strong El Nino. All are some pretty interesting model data that I have found and come up with. This is the GFS on Saturday, November 1st, 2014. You can see this massive plunge in the jet stream all the way down, looking very similar to what we're seeing now, but not quite as intense. As you can see how it buckles right in this area here, and it's like it's being suctioned down. That's what they like to call the polar vortex. The freezing line is here, right around Myrtle Beach, Charleston area. In our area, it was cold. I remember that. It snowed in the mountains. It had about 2 to 3 inches of snow in some places. I think I even heard about 4 or 5. So this is another good strong indication of what kind of weather we're going to be seeing this winter. I believe that the temperatures will definitely be a lot cooler than normal, and it's definitely going to be a lot wetter. So more potential possibilities for ice rather than snow, but I guess we'll just have to see as time will tell. Let's take a look here. This is the El Nino comparison of 1997 and 2015. Just a little short animation clip. Watch as the equator warms up from South America into the Pacific. You can see how 2015 has become a lot more intense. And there you have it. You can see how the differences of the waters and how much warmer they are in 2015 versus 1997. But the El Nino little plume of orange here is very close to about the same. But you can see how much more stronger that the 2015 El Nino is versus the 1997 El Nino. Okay, let's break down the 2015-2016 winter outlook. Farmer's Almanac and NOAA, which is what all weather people go by pretty much, National Oceanic Atmosphere Administration. We're looking at wet and very chilly this season for our area. It's just going to be very questionable as to what kind of weather we're going to have. It's definitely going to be wet and rainy, and we'll see that through December, January, and February. Now, it all depends on how cold it's going to be, how warm it's going to be. I believe it's going to be a swath of warm, cold, 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 warm, warm. Just it's not going to be consistent. It's just not going to be. So this is the 2016 outlook for the Farmer's Almanac. You can see pretty much how the South, Mid-Southwest, and us, the Southeast, is going to be just wet and chilly. Now looking at the NOAA winter outlook for precipitation, we have I'm going to go with a 50% chance throughout the entire Southeast of seeing some type of precipitation, being rain, sleet, snow of some kind. Just like I said, it all depends on how cold it's going to be and where that cold is going to end up. Temperature outlook is I think this one is not as correct as I think it's going to be for our area. I believe our area is going to see at least 40% chance of cooler temperatures than normal. NOAA is predicting just equal chances, meaning it's going to be about the same, pretty much what we're used to seeing and what we're used to feeling. But I believe that we will have cooler temperatures mainly through January, February, and early March. More abnormal cooler temperatures. So the winter's on its way. The models and stuff I showed you earlier, that's just for this, weeks upcoming, just to give everyone a good indication of what we're going to be seeing this winter. Thank you for tuning in to our very first YouTube broadcast. This is the Weather Guys, and this is Chris signing off. I will see you again in a couple of weeks when I give you another forecast. Thanks again, guys.